taking over as the interim manager here this past spring. A big night. Chad Tracy. Pretty good managers in that family. Blue Jays lineup presented by Xfinity as Sonny Gray bids for his 13th win of the year. Nobody's won more in the American League. Nathan Lucas to lead it off. Vlad Guerrero Jr. only 6 home runs. Springer, his career at Fenway, always very good, but he's only hitting .226. A lot of their numbers way down from a year ago.
Here's the Red Sox starting pitcher presented by BuyAToyota.com. Right-hander Sonny Gray, 12-1, 2.48 ERA. He's been very good all year, even more dominant over his last 5 starts, 4-0 with a 1.11 ERA. As far as the arsenal goes, heavy cutter, sinker usage. That sweeper has been his out pitch. 43 strikeouts on that pitch alone. So Red Sox defense brought to you by CarShield. Caleb Durbin will be at third base. Andrew Monasterio at short. Anthony Siegler at second. And Wilson Contreras at first base. In the outfield left to right, Duran, Rafaela, and Abreu with Connor Wong doing the catching today.
The umpires for today's game presented by M&T Bank. Paul Clemens behind home plate. Walcott, DeJesus, and Johnson will take care of the bases. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. As picture perfect as it gets for the weather forecast. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. 78 degrees. Moving into a part of the summer where we're going to see 70 degrees a lot.
It's perfect. This is what you like as a ball player, right? It's not too hot. It's not humid. We had a few sticky days last week. This is just as good as it gets.
It's Hall of Fame induction weekend, so the players are wearing Cooperstown caps. Hall of Fame caps today. And we are set to go for game number 2. How fast things change. You talk about these two ball clubs going in opposite directions. The middle of June, Toronto came in here and swept the Red Sox. Yep. They were heading up at that time. The Red Sox looked like, well, they were going completely the other way. What has happened since then? Well, Toronto, they were 37-38 on June 18. They're now 10 games under. Red Sox sitting there at 53-49 and in sole possession at second wild card.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, you know, what Toronto's done with the arms they have, right? Gausman hasn't been himself, but I think the biggest glaring issue with their offense, Vladdy, you hit on that, just a lack of power.
Which has been incredible for him. He has not hit a home run in his home park all season. Wild. Never would have thunk that. There's a lot of things we wouldn't have thunk, but the Red Sox are riding high. And Sonny Gray fires the first pitch in there for strike 1 as we get underway.
This is big. You know, looking at the command from Sonny today early in the game. He had 4 walks in his last outing. First couple innings kind of shaky. Only gave up 1 run against Tampa. He ended up pitching well, but it was a fight for him.
A very serious Cy Young candidate. Little roller back toward him. He's always been an outstanding fielder. And a fast out as he gets a tough out in Lucas, who has really owned right-handers. 1 down for Vladdy. That
took me back to last night, right? The first batter, Sandoval on the mound, hits the chopper. He reaches out instead of letting Monasterio get to it. It clanks off his glove. Not quite the same, but Sonny makes the play, gets the big first out.
Well, Sonny has won 10 consecutive decisions since coming off the IL on May the 6th. And he'll take on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. A 6-time All-Star. Once hit 48 home runs. Back in 21, he'll slap that to third. And Durbin gets it there in plenty of time, and 2 quick outs. We've seen this all season long when Sonny is really rolling, and he's been rolling for a long time. The outs come quickly.
Yeah, he's a veteran pitcher, right? So the bullpen before the game is one thing, but the first inning is always telling, because he'll tell you from square one if he has a pitch or not, because he'll use it. It won't look right, and then he'll scrap it till like the 3rd time through the lineup.
Okamoto, the third baseman, hit 23 home runs. Hit 1 last night. Toronto has not had many bright spots. He's certainly been one of them. Maybe hitting .227, but serious power. His next home run will break Eric Hinsky's rookie home run record set in 02. 0-2.
Well, the homer he hit last night, number 23, broke the record by a rookie Japanese player. Shohei Ohtani had 22 in 2018, so that jumped him in front of him. There you go, right there.
Murakami with 20 this year. Flick foul. Red Sox 6.5 games behind Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay leading the Yankees by 2, and then the Red Sox in third for the moment. The Sox are not staying put very long. And he'll miss with that. A check, no.
Well, he likes a sweeper. A lot of them here early. You know, although this top of this lineup hasn't done consistent damage, there's still some scary bats there in the first few guys in this order.
Plenty of talent with Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
Came within an eyelash of winning the World Series last year. Swung and a miss for strike 3. 8 pitches, 7 strikes, 1, 2, 3 go today. It's brought to you by Plymouth Rock, Sigler, Rafaela, Abreu, Contreras, Yoshida, Durbin, Duran, Monasterio, and Wong, and a 6-game hitting streak for Monasterio, who's playing shortstop today.
Let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting pitcher presented by WB Mason. Righty Dylan Cease, all-star. You know all about him. 6-5 with a 2.67 ERA. Even with 2 weeks on the IL with a hamstring, still just 2 behind the lead in strikeouts in the American League.
Sigler up to 273.
Back to Cease's arsenal. He's got an explosive fastball, upper 90s, special four-seamers, slider, and the changeup are the 2 out pitches he likes to go to. Changeup more to lefties.
Hard thrower in the 1-0. By him there at 93.
Yeah, with these 2 guys on the mound, it can be a quick game, but also this time of day with the shadows, get your hits early. You can see the shadow now starting to pick up right around the catcher. Once it gets about halfway to the mound, and to the mound, it gets really tough to pick up spin, and these guys both spin it.
Did they really mess with you, the shadows?
You can't see the seams. It's like a cue ball coming at you.
1-2. Rafaela on deck.
Makes it even tougher with a guy like Cease, who's 96 to 100 with his four-seamer and then can spin it in multiple ways.
Sigler, his big night last night, went from 245 to 273. 3 home runs for Anthony.
Yeah, he only had 1 4-hit game in his professional career. He had 1 in AAA Nashville last season. And he got another one here in the show.
And a 2-2. And that is going to be inside with a slider missing.
Well, you've got to challenge that one. That got every bit of the strike zone. Look at that, right on the corner. Thank you.
It did not. And a payout pitch. And popped up. Foul ground. Racing for that. Valenzuela and Okamoto. Okamoto reaching in.
Wow.
Makes a really nice play. Friendly territory. His own dugout. 1 away.
Yeah, this is a really good play. You're watching the wind kind of blowing out to left field towards the foul pole, and you're thinking, okay, maybe this will just push it just out of reach. Really good play considering how far he had to go, find the railing, and then glove that. That's just about as good as it gets over there. Nice play.
So 1 gone for Rafaela. Cedon checking into 282, 10 home runs. So a win today ties the Red Sox franchise record of 22 wins in a 25-game span. It was last done by the world champion Red Sox of 2004. The numbers just keep coming. This will be popped up, ranging over Guerrero and off into the stands. The numbers are staggering.
That's been how they've done it too, right? It's not like they've just blown everyone out of the water. There were 6 comeback wins in that 15-game stretch when they couldn't lose, but it just goes back so far, right? Even more than a month. They're just playing good baseball. And yesterday I thought was a massive win. It could have easily been a letdown after, you know, coming off the stretch of winning games.
Totally agree with that. Because if that one gets away, and it could have, Red Sox were tied late in the game, had to rally again, had to keep on coming.
Yeah, it would have been one of those ugly losses, right? You're up 4, you give it up, but they just bite and claw and find a way.
That's a different team. Red Sox, when they score first this month, are 10-0.
It matters. I think league average is around 66% wins when they score first. The Red Sox are around 71.5, so they're actually way better than average.
The Sox have moved into an elite status when it comes to that particular number. 1-2. Hot shot right to the shortstop, Jimenez. 2 down.
Let's take a look at the Jays' own defense. You got Okamoto at third base, Jimenez and Clement up the middle, Vladdy Jr. at first. In the outfield, left to right, Pinago in left, Varsho in center, Lucas in right, and Valenzuela doing the catching.
Abreu to climb in, 256, 15 home runs for Willier. Trying to snap an 0 for 13. Let's see, we'll look at ball 1. He is 2 for 5. 3 walks in his career against Cease. And Contreras on deck. And in there for a strike.
You know, Cease will do this early in games, kind of like Verlander, Scherzer, those guys used to do in their prime, where he'll pitch 92 to 94, get guys on base. As his outing goes on, he'll pump it up to upper 90s.
They had a mic on him and his catcher for the All-Star game.
That was awesome.
You liked it?
I think it's in a game like that where now there's really nothing hanging on if you win or lose. I think that's a really cool insight into the way these guys think.
2 down, bases empty. And a fly ball into left field. Pretty well hit, but it hangs up. Pinago will make the catch, and the Red Sox go quietly in the first inning.
The Surfside second inning still scoreless with Toronto, and you mentioned it, Will. 4 walks for Sonny Gray in his first start out of the break. He told me he was rusty. He said the result during that start wasn't sustainable, but he felt like he had a handle on what he needed to be able to correct those missteps. We know how meticulous he is. He's a perfectionist on the mound and never wants to reveal what those corrections are. Sonny was asked what he thought he needed to be better in his future start. He paused for a moment, had a huge smile on his face, and simply said, "Good question." But he felt good about getting back to some second half consistency, to dial it back, get back, as he put it, to already being better. Already better here in this first one. No free passes, as he gave Aranda's walk in that first inning. So he's already had to lock it in here to begin this start against the Blue Jays.
Yeah, thanks, Jemai. You know, number one is strike one for him, and he's done it for the first 4 batters he's faced so far. Count leverage, getting ahead, and then can get to that spin, his out pitches.
Facing Springer, who'll look at a strike, 1 and 2. Springer, Varsho, and Clement due up here from Toronto. 0-0 after 1. Sonny with a 1.94 ERA in his 13 starts since he came off the IL. Can't get any better than that. That'll be rattled up the middle, and Springer is on with a base hit. First base runner today for either side.
Well, it wasn't a bad pitch. I mean, that was a sinker on the outer edge, right where he was trying to throw that ball. Springer just went out there and got it, hit it right up the middle.
Batting stats presented by your local Honda dealers. Sends up Dalton Varsho, the center fielder, outstanding outfielder, 243, 7 home runs. Thursday, Red Sox had off. Day very much like today. I got up to Kenny Bunkport, Maine, to the Clam Shack.
Beautiful place.
Have you been up there?
Oh yeah.
I had, I think, the best lobster of my life.
I played in Portland a year, so I got to know that area a little bit.
You know the area. That one wrapped foul. Our buddy Steve, who is one of the Red Sox fantasy guys down at Fort Myers with Joe Castiglione and Lou Merlone. He runs the place, does an amazing job, and I'm headed back to get, you know, I Jones for lobster, you know, several times a summer. That's the spot, man. Swung on and line down the left field line, headed for the wall, and that is going to be a foul ball. Third base umpire Adrian Johnson had a long look at it and had a long strike.
He was right on it. Adrian was just foul. So worried this was going to catch Monster. Just sit down right in the corner. Get a good look at it right here, right at the base of the wall. Yeah, a couple feet.
Varsho is the guy who made that catch a couple of years ago out in center field.
When he fell down.
When he fell down?
Yes.
Still an amazing play. Fell down, recovered, got up, made the catch. That was at Rogers Center. Hot shot and into right field, base hit. Springer up into second. Back-to-back singles here for Toronto in the second. Let's go back to that catch because it was phenomenal, really.
Just really you don't see things like this. Normally if a guy goes down, he loses the baseball, doesn't know where it is. He barrel rolls and then backhands that. Like, are you kidding me? That's like banana ball.
Like, huh? Ridiculous. He's a terrific outfielder, but that was off the charts. They'll send up Clement, 293 with 8 home runs. He's one of the Blue Jays who has held up his end of the bargain as anticipated. Coming off a World Series appearance. They had his hockey jersey one night when we were in Toronto earlier this season. And fans waiting on that, they lined up 4 hours before the game.
Oh, up there, of course. He grew up a hockey player. You can see it in the style of baseball he plays. Hard nose.
2-0. Has not faced Sonny very much. 0 for 3. Springer at second. Varsho at first. And the 36-year-old from Tennessee gives up a liner to left, but Durant coming on to make the play. Runners head back to first and second, and a big first out.
That was the hardest hit ball of the bunch, but right at Durant. Big out too. You need to get that first out because now you're one pitch away from getting out of this thing. You see the cutter right there working away. Clement puts a good swing on it just right at Jaron.
Hendrik Pinago, the left fielder, 266 with 5 home runs. Pretty good against righties this year, hitting 294. He's a rookie.
Yeah, I was watching him earlier. He was out there working with the coaches in left field, trying to figure out the monster. It was looked tough for him, so it might be a little bit of an adventure out there for him.
Sonny had no decision against Toronto back on June 18. Red Sox lost that game 4-3, but he pitched well. He went 7, 6 hits, 1 walk, 3 earned runs, only 89 pitches. It was at a time when the Red Sox really couldn't buy a win, even though he threw the ball well. Two on and 1 out. Near the top of the second, no score. Downstairs, a ball with a changeup. Andres Jimenez, the shortstop, on deck. And Gray home with a 2-1. Shattered bat into center field, coming on, stayed on, dives ahead. He makes the catch, got a double play. He throws into second to turn 2. There's some gold for you right there, shining brightly in center field. What a play.
Oh, look at this. Broken bat. You're thinking, no way anyone gets to this. Lays out, comes up to a knee, throws a strike.
Turns a double play like that. Sensational play by Cedon. Hey, this morning a record 3,000 runners participated in the 17th annual home base run, the run to home base at Fenway. And for more on this incredible event, we've got Becca Sawwasser with us, the executive director of the Red Sox Foundation, and retired Brigadier General Jack Hammond, executive director of the home base program. Today, I think you guys ordered the weather picture perfect. It came in just on schedule.
That's
but
right.
How did everything go this morning?
It was amazing. We broke a few records. I'm sure you heard. We had over 3,000 runners, which is, last we were about 2,600, I think, Jack, and now we're about 3,100. And hot off the press, we just broke our first time time ever $4 million raised.
Wow.
Which is incredible. We were at about 3.9 or so when we came in this morning and walked away, thanks to a few generous donors, over $4 million. That's a record, which we're really grateful for.
And two special friends at the end closed the deal for us.
That's right. So, no, it was all in. It was an incredible morning, as you know, just powerful, emotional, all the things and all the best ways that we can support our nation's heroes.
Well, what makes this such a meaningful day for this community? Because everyone looks forward to this every year.
Yeah. I mean, Jack, you can take this one, too.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that's special is, number one, we have folks from 45 states that fly in for this every year. When you look at this and you see what folks have been doing in the military for the past 21 years and what's going on in the world right now, we've got 200,000 troops forward deployed right now. We've taken 1,000 wounded, 18 warriors killed in the last couple months, and several thousand that have been really psychologically traumatized by ballistic missiles and drone attacks and everything else. So we got some work to do with them, and I think the people realize that. And given all the division in the country, there's one thing we can all unify around, which is supporting our troops.
Masso with a long drive tracked down by Varsho, so that's a fast 2 outs. But Becca, tell us more about how the Red Sox Foundation has done such a great job supporting this program over the years.
Yeah, well, it all starts with Tom Werner, our chairman for the foundation, but also the vision behind this program, launching it in 2009 in partnership with MGH and the Red Sox Foundation. And under his leadership and vision, we've been able to service over 60,000 veterans and their families. Oh. And Jack and I were just talking this morning, since inception, the Red Sox Foundation has helped home base raise over $60 million. So just, it's remarkable.
That was too fast a half inning. Donate to home base at runtohomebase.org. You two continue to do a wonderful job. Really is God's work. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Third inning, no score. Red Sox and the Blue Jays. Thanks to Jack and Beck talking about the run to home base, all the success of the program. Now the 50-50 rally, we want you to get involved in this if you can. It's right now at $60,500. All proceeds benefit the foundation and home base program. If you can get involved right now, it'd be fun for you, it'd be wonderful for the program. And we'd like to raise a lot of money today with the 50-50. And every year we talk about it when we do run to home base and the day occurs and all of that. That number goes through the roof because Red Sox Nation really comes out and supports so beautifully. So I hope you will throughout the day until the bottom of the 8th inning. You can get in on that. Might be a really wonderful day for you too if you win.
I'll be right back.
I'm tempted myself. Jimenez the batter. Will swing and come up empty on the sweeper. You're right about that sweeper. That might be deadly for him all day as he picks up his second strikeout.
Yeah, that's been a big time pitch for him this year, right? Obviously, we talk about the cutter, the four-seamer, the two-seamer. He's got the big curveball, but this has been his moneymaker this year. Not only early in counts to steal strikes, but putting guys away like that.
Fans getting after it with the 50-50. Hope you will too. From now until the bottom of the 8th inning. Valenzuela, the catcher, hitting on a 9 spot. We really didn't have time to talk a little bit more about the play in center field by Cedar Rafaela. But friends of mine who saw Willie Mays play are talking about that's Willie Mays making that. That's the kind of play Willie Mays would make. And when you're talking about that kind of praise, people who really know what they're talking about.
It's just a game changer, right? It was so nonchalant, like no big deal, like it was a routine fly ball. No, he's face planting, full extension, and then throwing a guy out from his knees from shallow center. Come on.
To snuff out a rally.
Right.
You had runners at first and second. And Sonny's starting to pitch himself in a little bit of trouble. There'd been a line shot to left that was caught. And then that double play, and defense can change the game too. Right there to Siegler. That's a quick 2 down. Top of the order, Lucas next, but back to the catch and the double play.
Yeah, you're going to see this a few times today, and for good reason. Broken bat. Just immediately knew when he saw the bat break it wasn't going to be hit far, and he just got such a great jump. Even Springer, who's played a ton of outfield in his career, thought no way he's getting to this ball. I'm going to try to score, and that's where the double play comes in.
I'll bet you later George will say, I forgot who was playing center. 2 down. Lucas turns away. He's 0 for 1 with a comebacker. Well, more good news for the Red Sox. Ranger Suarez, who has been out of the rotation here because of injury and illness. That one socked down the left field line. It's going to keep on rolling to the corner. Lucas taking off for second. Duran's throw will not get him, so it's a 2-base hit with 2 down. Ranger is lined up to pitch tomorrow. He's been under the weather, battling something there. Feels a lot better.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have him back. That was a good piece of hitting by Lucas. That was a changeup, but it was elevated. Just kind of took it the other way, right down the line. Stand up double.
And brings up Vlad Guerrero Jr., who's 0 for 1 with a grounder to third. Now, what a puzzle his season has been, with only 6 home runs. Of course, he's always loved hitting at Fenway, but he's not been the same hitter that he was a year ago, when he was a major reason Toronto almost knocked off the Dodgers in the World Series.
It's a case to be studied. Absolutely.
What are you seeing here?
There's just he's hitting a lot of balls on the ground. You know, we talk about launch angle in this game and barrel percentage, and a barrel is a ball that is hit at least 98 off the bat, and a launch angle between 26 and 30 degrees. If you're wondering, that's what's classified as a barrel. He was 12.5% last year. He's 6%. It's been cut in half. He's just not hitting the ball hard in the air.
0-2. I mean, his playoff run last year is widely considered one of the great playoff performances ever.
It was one of those things where everything he swung at was barrel. It was hammered.
They had a lot of guys who contributed, but he put that team on his back. And bounced up there. The runner will hold at second. 2-2. Think of the year he had in 21. 48 homers, 123 RBIs. He won the home run derby that year.
There's the postseason numbers right there. Goodness. OPS well over 1,000.
In the clutch, too. 2 down, a man at second. 2-2. Ooh, Sonny was thinking about heading off the mound there, but it missed 3-2. 37 pitches, 25 strikes so far for Gray. Okamoto on deck. And a line drive and a base hit into left. Here comes Lucas. Duran's throw is not going to get him as the run scores. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with his 43rd run batted in. He puts Toronto in front 1-0.
Yeah, and while he's not lifting the ball and hitting it out of the ballpark, he's still hitting the ball hard, just on a lower trajectory. So it's been more hard ground balls and line drives like that. Like you said, that's his 43rd driven in.
So for him, that number is way down, but he does drive in the first run. He's 1 for 2 today. Okamoto 0 for 1. He fanned in the first inning. Out in front there, and a breaking ball, 0-1.
Yeah, Sonny would be a little frustrated with that Vladdy Jr. at bat. He had him down 0-2. You know, tried to get him to chase out of the zone. It wasn't quite as competitive. There was that one pitch 2-2 that just missed that sinker away. Then you fill up the count, it forces you over the plate. Got to throw the cutter in there, and it got hit hard.
Sweeper by him, 1-2. Vladdy Guerrero Jr., the runner, actually has more stolen bases this year than he has home runs. He has 6 homers and 7 stolen bases. And Gray with a 1-2. Liner knocked down by Durbin. Runners at first and second. It'll be a base hit for Okamoto. Could have been a lot more damage had Durbin not knocked that down.
Yeah, look, he had him down 2 strikes. It was 1-2 count. Goes to the sweeper. He was getting some swing and miss off the plate with Okamoto in that spin. Just left that one over. It was middle away. Just not where you're trying to go right there. You're trying to get it off the plate for swing and miss, and just kind of spun on him and stayed over.
So Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach, out for a consult here. That'll bring up George Springer, who had their first hit in the first inning. That's now 5 hits in the last 2 frames for Toronto. A 1-0 Blue Jay lead. They've out hit the Sox 5-0 thus far. George, a 4-time All-Star. Has not had the season he had hoped to have. 229, 10 home runs. But he has 2 ducks on the pond. Springer with 13 RBIs his last 27 games. 27 for the year, and he'll chop that one foul.
One thing he is, and he always has been, is aggressive early in counts. It doesn't matter what pitch you throw. He's just reading spin and location out of your hand, and he's letting it eat. He takes his shot there early.
Guerrero Jr. at second, Okamoto on at first, and that's in for a strike. 0-2.
I like that from Sonny. The sinker in to righties. A lot of it's been sweepers, cutters, 2-seamers away from them. I get pitching away from the monster, but if you want to open that up, you have to show that fastball in.
Swinging a high drive left field, back near the top of the wall, and that ball is gone. Home run for Springer, his 11th of the year. This is a 3-run shot. And the Red Sox find themselves in a 4-0 hole early today. Springer and Guerrero, 2 guys who've done a lot of damage at Fenway in their career, and they did it in this inning.
That was another 2-strike pitch. Sonny leaving it over the plate. Now it was down and away, but he's trying to get it below the zone, out of the zone. Same with Okamoto on his single on that hard hit he hit down the line that Durbin knocked down. A 2-strike pitch. He's way ahead in the count and just leaves something over the plate when he's trying to get it down and away and just not getting that pitch down there.
Well, the last time that Sonny allowed this many runs in a start, you have to go all the way back to April 14th.
You see the curveball right there, trying to go below the zone. Just leaves it up.
Swinging a miss by Varsho, who's 1 for 1 today with a single.
Yeah, Springer didn't exactly crush this ball. Wind blowing out to left, obviously with the monster right there. You don't have to crush it to hit it out of here. Got just enough.
And fouled off his foot at home plate. They'll do it again on 0-2. Well, not only Sonny Gray, the Red Sox have not been in a sizable hole very often at all for a long time. 4-0 Toronto. And a ball and 2 strikes on Varsho. Game time tomorrow, 1:35 for the finale of the homestand. To put it mildly, it has been a memorable homestand. Ranger Suarez set to go against Kevin Gausman. And that'll rattle into right center field for a base hit. 5 consecutive hits off Sonny.
And it's another 1-2 sweeper in the zone. Another breaking ball with 2 strikes ahead in the count, just left up over the plate. It's killing him right now.
So the hits keep on coming for Toronto. They'll send up Ernie Clement. It's been a 27 pitch third inning for Gray. Does have 2 down. Clement actually hit the ball probably harder than just about anybody in the game when he lined out to left in the second. Caught by Jarren Duran. One on and 2 out. That's hit hard. He hooks that one deep to the corner. That'll slam up against the monster. Varsho heading into third. They're going to send him. Here's the throw all the way to the plate. That'll score another run. Into second base is Clement. 6 straight hits for the Blue Jays. They lead it 5-0. And Sonny Gray, at least right now, cannot stop the bleeding.
Yeah, this is just location and command. You see where that pitch is? Middle. Clement actually, fooled a little bit and out front, but when the pitch is left over the plate, belt high middle, it's going to find hard contact.
Pinago is 0 for 1. He's the guy that hit that line drive. It was caught by Raphael in center field. It stayed on, turned into a nifty double play. But a lot of offense after that for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's their 9th batter this inning.
He's at 264 with 5 homers. And he'll foul it off his foot there, and the count 0-2.
This has all been with 2 outs also.
Yeah.
Jimenez and Valenzuela strikeout, ground out to second, and then it's been double, single, homer, single since.
Well, Red Sox have done a lot of spectacular things over the last 5 weeks. They have put themselves in a position where they have to stage a major rally.
Well, and that's against one of the best arms in baseball too.
Wrap foul. The good news is it's early. As you point out, the bad news is it's Dylan Cease, one of the best in the game. Man at second, 2 down. And Gray trying to finish this long inning right here, and he does. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally ends it, but they send up 9. They score 5 times. FanDuel, Jarren Duran and Andre Monasterio batting back-to-back here. Down 5-0 as we go to the last half of the third. Against the right-hander Cease. Duran last night with a couple of knocks. He singled in the 6th inning and again in the 8th inning. Jarren got to 1,000 career total bases last night. See a foul tip that to the mitt, and 0-2.
Yeah, he's looked much better lately, right? The direction of his swing, he's been hitting the ball hard. He hasn't been finding a lot of hits. He's been finding a lot of leather out in the outfield, but he's still been driving runs in.
1 for 8 against Cease in his career.
Watch Jarren's hands right here. Remember how he was doing that like golf grip almost with his pinky over the top?
Yep.
He stopped doing that like 2 days ago. I talked to him a little bit about it, and he said he feels like he has a little more control of the head of the bat now, right? Because guys like to do that where they put their pinky over the top and it makes it feel whippier, but not as in control. So he's gone back to the normal grip.
1-2 on the way. Now he's a guy who tinkers quite a bit. Who was the #1 tinkerer that you ever played with?
Oh man,
I mean, who really just changed up a lot. Hands, feet, whatever.
He really, I mean, David Ortiz never changed because he didn't have to, because it always worked.
I would hope not.
You just got me running through teammates now, and I went with a lot of teammates who didn't change much at all.
Yeah.
Just because they were so good throughout their careers. You think about Dustin Pedroia, same batting stance probably from Little League on.
Yep.
Can I say Euclid?
Uke a little bit, yeah.
Playing the uke, you know.
We just had a shot at Johnny Gomes, who was here.
Yeah, Johnny, same
today.
thing. Like he didn't change much. I mean, running through teammates now trying to think who changed, but there were so many of those guys that were good for so long by the time I got to play with them that they didn't have a reason to change anything mechanically.
2-2 and a high fly ball to right. In comes Lucas against the sun. One down. Johnny had some big hits, man.
He's just a winning player.
Yeah.
Right? Regardless of what the back of the baseball card says, whatever the batting average, didn't matter. You put him up in a spot where you needed something done, he was getting it done. Whatever that was.
World Series. With a couple of clutch guys on that team. 13. Monasterio now 249 with 5 home runs. Sox don't have a hit yet, don't have a base runner yet against Cease. Connor Wong would be next, trying to break through. Another fly ball center field for Varsho, and 2 down.
That's the hard part. Obviously, going down 5-0 to anybody is tough in this league, but got Dylan Cease out there with the quality of strikeout stuff that he has that he hadn't really tapped into his high velocity yet. You're seeing 93, 94 a lot on the gun with the fastball. He's trying to coast and work as deep into this game as he can.
In for a strike. Connor 272 with a home run. And a 1-strike pitch. Pop that foul back out of play. Dylan Cease today is pitching on the 2-year anniversary of his no-hitter. Came in at 155 strikeouts, 3rd in the American League. Trailing only Cam Schlittler and Gavin Williams in American League strikeouts.
Yeah, and he missed 2 weeks with a strained hamstring. All right, so he missed a couple starts.
And 2 gone, a 1-2 on the way to Connor Wong. Foul out of play again. Anthony Ziegler would hit next if given the opportunity. Those shadows we were talking about earlier, not quite all the way to home plate yet, but getting there.
Yeah, they're creeping in. What's it, 5 o'clock now?
5 o'clock somewhere here.
5 o'clock here
as well. And a 1-2 from the hard-throwing right-hander. And by him at 97. As to your point, he's getting stronger as he goes. Full. RedSox.com/5050. And until the bottom of the 8th inning, we'd love to have you participate. Guaranteeing a jackpot of $50,000. We're up to almost 75 right now, thanks to your contributions. Jimenez going up the middle and through for a base hit. What a run of hits continuing here against Sonny Gray into the 4th inning now. They had 6 hits in a row last inning.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad pitch. 1-0 cutter right on the corner, down and in. It's just a good piece of hitting by Jimenez. Go down there and get it. But you're right. Hits are just rolling in for Toronto.
Now Watson had gotten up briefly last inning and then sat down.
Well, Sonny threw 33 pitches there in the 3rd, so he needs a relatively quick one here.
Valenzuela takes that one for a ball. He's 0 for 1 with a tapper to second. 5-0 Toronto. The next pitch for Sonny will be his 60th of the game. Runner goes, fouled away. Jimenez had gotten a good jump.
Yeah, he had that one stolen pretty easily. Really good jump. Sometimes lefty hitters up there can't see that out of the corner of their eye, so he didn't give it to him.
It looked like when we saw these guys back in the middle of June, Toronto is starting to get healthier. And they looked like they were poised to make a run, kind of like what the Sox did. That one socked to right field deep. Abreu racing back and makes the play on the warning track. Valenzuela hit that one a long way. Top of the order, Lucas next.
Yeah, another fastball. I mean, just right down the middle, right? Sonny doesn't have his best command right now. And remember, control and command are two different things. He's throwing strikes. They're just hittable, middle of the zone pitches that are finding hard contact. I thought that was had a chance to get out of here, but he just missed it off the end of the bat.
Well, Lucas ripped a double and scored a run, their first run of the game in the third. He's 1 for 2. Lucas' last 56 games is hitting .324. So he's been on a tear. Very high contact rate, doesn't strike out much. Just about screwed himself into the ground on that curveball. It's 0-2.
And that was a good one, right? We've seen that Sonny try to go to that pitch in 2 strike counts, and that's where he likes to end it, where it lands on the right on the ground where Connor catches it.
1 on, 1 out. And the 0-2. Went with another curveball. Sonny's just been so good. Coming in 12-1 with a 2.48 ERA. 10-0 since he came off the IL on May 6th as far as his decisions. Runner taken off. And a bounding ball to first. Only one play here for Wilson Contreras. Jimenez down to second. And 2 out. Rodenhiser Home Services now serving the South Shore and surrounding communities. Local and family owned since 1928. Schedule now. Well, this matches Sonny's season high in hits allowed at 9. It came on April 14th at Minnesota. There's number 10, base hit to left. Jimenez rounding, Duran up and gunning to the plate, and he'll slide in, out at home. Wow. Got him at the dish, according to home plate umpire Paul Clemens.
I mean, could that have been more on the money? They're still deciding. Look at that. Now he put the tag right on his foot. Great job, Jaron. Great tag, Connor Wong.
And no challenge on the play.
Still 5-0 here. Toronto in the 4th inning, and Anthony Siegler prior to last night's game, guys, 4 for 5 at the plate, was just 4 for 29 in his last 7 games, but you wouldn't have imagined that based off his body language. He's built a reputation for providing the energy and enthusiasm with his play. He told me the off day was a beneficial reset, but I asked him about how he was able to find the energy and what energized him, and you'd be surprised to know, it wasn't the 3 cups of coffee that he'd already had at about 1:45 that afternoon. But Siegler says he's enjoying his interaction with the fans online and in person, this diehard Red Sox fan base. He said he loves playing for the city. It's so much fun, and he pulls from their energy. He says we feed off each other, looking to provide a spark from them maybe at some point this afternoon.
I wonder where we plug Anthony in, quite frankly, with that kind of passion, that kind of energy. He has given the Red Sox a definite lift.
Yeah, he's going through the process right now of he's been around enough where the league's starting to get a little bit of a book on him. Right? So they're finding out what he does well, what are his deficiencies, and whatever those deficiencies are, they are attacking them. And it's been a lot of spin, right? He's seen a lot of breaking balls over the last week plus.
0 for 2 today against Cease. Cedon 0 for 1. He's grounded out to short. Made another dazzling defensive play today to turn 2 on a line drive to center field. But the Red Sox need offense right now against Cease, and they do not have a hit yet. And the tapper back to him. Cease will gun on to first. 2 down. Abreu next.
Well, Cease just isn't making any mistakes right now. He's putting it wherever he wants, and when he gets in trouble, it can be a command thing for him. It's never a lack of stuff. It's just where he's putting it, right? But today he's pitching to the corners. He's getting strike one. He's getting ahead, and then you see that slider to Sadon right there, just down and away, just off the plate where he can't get hurt, but it generates a swing.
He's been up and down against the Red Sox so far this year. This is his third start against the Sox. A 5-0 loss in April, a 6-1 win in June, and today he's been awfully good. Well, you're 0 for his last 14. After that spectacular 4 home runs in 2 days. And we'll wrap a foul here on a changeup.
Well, he's streaky. He always has been, right? The home runs come in bunches. And then these stretches of 3-4 games in a row where there's no hits, those happen too. That's just the player he is. You take the good with the bad because there's a lot of good.
And Cease home with a 1-1 pitch. Red Sox, of course, have another guy who that scouting report fits very well, and that's Trevor Story.
Sure.
Trevor working his way back. He was out getting some running in earlier today, going through his workouts.
He's hopefully a couple weeks away from a rehab stint, we hope.
And a 1-2. Swing and a miss to put him away with a changeup. Red Sox go in order for the 4th straight inning. To get after 3, 4, 5 in the batting order for the Blue Jays. Those guys have 5 total hits, including a home run today. Okamoto's fan and singled. Set the record for the most home runs by a Japanese-born rookie in a season with his home run yesterday. Durbin to his left, and he'll fire on to first. 1 gone. He surpassed Shohei Ohtani, who had 22 in 18. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Yeah, this is going back to that 3rd inning against Sonny Gray with 2 outs, right? He got a strikeout and a ground out, and then it was all those hits in a row. 3 singles, 2 doubles, and a homer. He was just right in the middle of the plate a lot. Got hit hard. They didn't miss it.
Springer on his way to a big day single and a 3-run homer. Here's the key blow as he rakes that one foul. George batting out of the 4th spot as the DH. He spent a lot of time as a leadoff man in his career, a very good one. 65 career leadoff home runs, 2nd most all time behind.
Got to be Ricky.
It's Ricky Henderson, 81. Spent some time with the Red Sox. 1-1. Another hard hit liner. Durbin will grab that. And Sonny not missing many bats today. 2 up and 2 down.
That 1-1 cutter, the location, once again, middle of the plate. They're seeing him well right now.
Out of character with the season he's had. Just a strange day for Sonny. Dalton Varsho's 2 for 2, a pair of singles. Those shadows have now moved out in front of home plate finally.
Yeah, once they get about halfway, that's when it starts getting really tough.
And that's with Dylan Cease on the mound. Dalton Varsho's dad, Gary, played 8 major league seasons, played for the Cubs, the Pirates, the Reds, and the Phillies.
Yeah, it's funny, you look at his dad's baseball reference page. His last game played was whatever date it was. Dalton was born 10 months later to that day. Turn the page.
Create another big leaguer. He'll fly that one into left field, and Duran is there into shadow and makes the play. 1-2-3. Red Sox have not put a runner to first base yet, as Wilson Contreras gets in 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Ooh, that was really the first mistake he's made. Tried to steal a strike with that curveball and left it hanging there for Wilson.
.292, 22 home runs for the man who has been the Red Sox MVP this season. 0-2. 5-game hitting streak for Contreras. Tied for the major league lead in games with multiple RBIs. 21. Tied with Ben Rice of the Yankees. Breaking ball, changeup actually bounced up there. 1-2. Masataka Yoshida next, and then Caleb Durbin. Red Sox just trying to break through in the hit column. And a 1-2 on the way to Contreras. Struck him out. One away in the 5th.
You see that slider from Cease, 89 miles an hour. Just it comes out of his hand flat, right? Which says it looks like a fastball away, and then it just disappears. At that velocity, almost 90 miles an hour. You see how much break he gets on that. That's why he gets so much swing and miss on that pitch.
Masataka fly out to center, his only trip today. It's a one hopper to third. Okamoto up and over. 2 down.
Cabo Verde night is August 6th at Fenway Park. Purchase through this special offer and receive an exclusive Cabo Verde Red Sox soccer jersey. Buy your tickets today at redsox.com/Cabo Verde.
Now, will Durbin be the man to break up Cease here in the 5th inning? 0 for 1. He's popped up to second. We hope you'll keep it coming with the 50-50 raffle, which is now up to 84,000 plus and rising fast. And our heart goes out. I want to thank all of you for participating at this point. RedSox.com/5050. You can be part of that through the 8th inning, the end of the 8th, for a chance to win half of that jackpot. The fans in the ballpark and our viewers as well. And proceeds benefit the foundation and the home base program, which has been an incredible success.
It's good to see Brianna Wakefield down there, Tim's daughter. He was such a big part of that movement. There you go.
The Red Sox have a base runner. Durbin on ball 4. First man to reach first is Caleb Durbin. Jarren Duran next, 0 for 1 with a fly to right. Let's see if this changes anything for Cease in his rhythm, his tempo with a base runner, especially a guy who can steal.
Yeah, you just hope that getting him in the stretch changes something. 5 straight balls.
Five runs, 10 hits, no errors for Toronto. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Red Sox. Good cut there and a fastball. 1-1. Finale of the series tomorrow afternoon at 1:35, and then the Red Sox head for the West Coast again to take on the Athletics in Sacramento, California. That's a 4-game series. All of those start at 9:40 in the evening. So have your coffee ready. And then the Red Sox go to LA to play the Dodgers 3 times. 1-1 to Duran. Runner goes. Fouled away, and he had that stolen. But a foul ball. 1-2.
He had it stolen. That was really 2 good hacks in a row by Duran. Obviously, he fouled him straight back, but he just looks much more balanced right now. After those 2 swings at the fastball up in the zone, Cease has been going to that changeup a lot to the lefties with 2 strikes.
Two down. Duran at home plate. Durbin on at first. Runner goes again. And did he offer? He did. That's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Red Sox finally get a man aboard, but they strand him.
Top of the 6th here at Fenway Park. Tom Karen with you back here getting ready for post-game coverage, and we will recap the run to home base. Took place this morning. You guys have been talking about it. We were here bright and early. 6 a.m. we got the day started, and the ceremony's coming at 7 o'clock on the field. 8 o'clock we hit the streets. Guys, a record number of participants, runners and walkers. We had over almost 3,200 participants taking part, and because of their diligence and their commitment to the mission, a record $4 million. We've topped the mark. That was the goal, and we are above it. We're not done yet. As you said, the 50-50 raffle goes on, and you can donate by going to the Red Sox Foundation website and learning more about the amazing home base program.
TC, thank you very much. Close play, bang, bang, but Clement's going to be safe on a long toss by Durbin from well up the line. Chad Tracy will not challenge that, so that'll be a base hit to open the inning. That's 11 hits for Toronto.
Yeah, really nothing done wrong by Durbin here. It's just one of those choppers down the line. You have to work back to get the hop, and you're in foul territory. It's a long throw. Anybody that runs above average has got a chance to beat that out. Just beat that one.
So go to redsox.com/5050. The jackpot is up to over $89,000 as we speak. Panago has gone 0 for 2. He's hit into a double play. He's also struck out. Nothing routine about that double play. A spectacular double play started by Cedon Rafaela in center field. Made a diving play straight on, then from a knee he fired into second base for the twin killing. It's been the highlight of the day for the Red Sox. It's one whale of a play. Alec Gamboa firing to Straw here.
Pitching arsenal presented by your New England area Audi dealers. Alec Gamboa, really good four-seamer. That's been his go-to pitch. 176 batting average against. Slider, sinker, occasional curveball and changeup down there.
And Straw will take one in there for a called strike. Miles Straw at 216. Just entering the ball game here in the 6th inning. One of the harder guys to strike out in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, puts the ball in play a lot. Can run really well also. Play some good defense.
He'll fly that one down the right field line and out of play. Tampa Bay will be hosting Cleveland later on tonight. Yankees playing at Philadelphia. It's a bit later as well. And he's going to strike him out. Got him with a fastball at 97.
Yeah, since Gamboa came back, the fastball's ticked up a little bit. We saw him earlier in the year. He was 95, 96. We're seeing 97s and 98s last couple outings.
So one away for Jimenez. 1 for 2 of the base hit. Toronto with 11 hits, and the Sox don't have one yet. One on and one out for Jimenez. He's the number 8 hitter. And fouled off.
You mentioned Dylan Cease 2 years ago to the date, July 25th. Had a no-hitter. He was with the Padres. He was facing the Nationals. You go back to earlier this month, July 8th, against the Giants. He was 3 outs away from a no-hitter. He lost that early in the 9th, but he was at 115 pitches already.
Gamboa has thrown 9 pitches, 8 strikes since coming on. And another one there. Jimenez had a big hit in Game 7 of the World Series, an RBI double against the Dodgers, and Tyler Glasnow. Toronto made a spectacular run. Got so close to winning it all and shocking the Dodgers. And they had all of Canada in the palm of their hand.
They're fun to watch, right? There's a different style of ball. You know, just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes, playing good defense. Obviously had some good pitching, but their offense was fun.
They have a lot of fans here this weekend, despite the fact they've had a very difficult year. Lunging little tapper, but foul up the first base line. They'll do it again.
Yeah, they've had a tough go. They've lost 8 of their last 10.
Right now, after the Red Sox 15-game winning streak finally came to an end the other day, the longest winning streaks in baseball, a couple of different teams have won 4 straight. Just to put into perspective how incredibly hot the Red Sox were. 2 fouled back. Dodgers have won 3 in a row. Dodgers have the best record in baseball at 66-38. And they have an 11-game lead over Arizona. Arizona's won 4 in a row. We'll see the Dodgers coming up on the upcoming road trip. We'll see Arizona not long after that. 1-2.
Yeah, the Dodgers, man, it's crazy how loaded they are, where they can just rest guys starting pitching throughout the season, and then here comes mid to late September and everybody's at full strength. Right? That many aces on one staff.
It feels like the regular season is kind of a warm-up for them. 2-2. The longest losing streak in baseball is Miami. Marlins have dropped 10 straight.
They were hot there for a bit. For 3-4 weeks they were playing good baseball.
Sure were.
Weren't far behind the Sox.
They're 52-52 now that they've dropped 10 in a row. And the sinker downstairs makes it 3-2. Mentioned Tampa Bay home against the Guardians tonight. The Rays at home are 36-15. They have a better home record than the Dodgers do. 3-2. Foul tip to the mid, struck him out. Throw down is going to clang off the glove of Monasterio. The run is going to be safe on the strikeout of Jimenez. They've got a runner in scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, good fastball for strike 3. If it was a better throw, you had him. See where that is, up and in. Connor reaching across his body, but this ball just goes a little bit arm side. Monasterio not able to pick it and put the tag on the base runner. You see how that kind of tails away from him and then kicks further. Tries to go down there with it, just couldn't glove it.
Brandon Valenzuela, the catcher, is 0 for 2. Another man in scoring position for the Blue Jays, who lead it 5-0. Sonny Gray went 5. 5 runs on 10 hits against Sonny today. And fouled back, 1-1. Clement leading off second. Gamboa trying to make it 3 consecutive strikeouts. He'll get a foul ball here, so he's 1 strike away from that after allowing the base hit on the infield to lead off the inning. Packed house on a beautiful day, but Toronto got 5 in the 3rd inning to quiet everybody, at least to this point. And a 1-2. Crowds have been Nothing short of spectacular for the Red Sox. As the winning streak got underway, even before the winning streak, of course, because there was the 4-game sweep of the Yankees where this place was on fire.
Yeah. Well, they're going to come out for the Yankees, but these guys start playing good baseball, playing hard. They're really showing out.
Popped up around home plate. Connor Wong with room. He's got it. And side is retired. One left for Bernie and Phil's. No need to wait for a tax holiday. Right now at Bernie and Phil's, save up to triple the mass sales tax. Red Sox last 12 against the AL East. They have dominated. 11-1, almost 6 runs a game. Starter ERA is outstanding, but a bullpen ERA is 194. Red Sox now into that bullpen. Red Sox lineup trying to dig into Dylan Cease. The Red Sox so far without a hit. Lucas moving over to left from right. Straw, the new right fielder for Toronto. Line drive and a base hit, and then some down the left field line. Monasterio breaks it up at last. He's into second with a stand-up double. Red Sox with their first hit today.
All right, deep breath. 16th double of the year for Monasterio. That was on a sinker well off the plate inside. Watch Cease after the fact just shaking his head going, how the heck did that guy get to that? So it wasn't necessarily a good pitch to hit at all. Monasterio another double. He's been a doubles machine the last couple weeks.
Man, has he ever. Well, there's the one. Red Sox trying to add to that now behind Connor Wong, who's 0 for 1 today. And in for strike one. Monasterio 169 at bats. A lot of extra base hits.
Yeah, 5 doubles in his last 7 games.
Siegler on deck. Red Sox trying to make that turn into something. Here in the 6th inning, down 5-0. And the 0-2 from Cease won't be made.
Don't think he's trying to steal third right now. Cease tries to control the running game because he likes to go to a full leg lift, and he can be slow to home plate at times.
At short, Jimenez. Runner will hold at second. One down. Cease has not been piling up strikeouts today. He's been more of a contact guy. His 5 Ks so far.
Yeah, he's been mixing speeds. You haven't seen just the big fastball that he normally has. You've seen a couple 97s, but it's been a lot just pitching around 94, 95, but he just isn't missing spots. Even the double he gave up wasn't a bad pitch. It was a ball.
Not to say he can't run off a string of strikeouts, because he's done that throughout his career. Here's Siegler 0 for 2. He's popped up and flied out. Coming off a big night. Triple shy of the cycle. One down, one on.
Yeah, that slider's nasty. He's got the good one today. I mean, on the season, 44% whiff percentage. The changeup better than that, around 54.5. But as much as he throws that slider to get almost 45% whiff. Ooh.
0-2 pitch to Siegler. Did he go? He did, according to third base umpire Johnson. Got him to commit, struck him out. So there's his 6th strikeout.
There's that slider again, right? Just comes out just like a fastball. When it's 88, 89, 90 miles an hour, you see that velo and you have to get ready for what you think is 97, 98, and then it just disappears. And we tell you, Siegler's been seeing a lot of spin. That was 3 straight breaking balls.
Cedon 0 for 2. And pops that one up. Out goes Clement to get under, and he makes the catch. So nothing comes to the Red Sox first hit.
Monster access at Fenway. Sign up at redsox.com/RedSoxNation.
Underway in the 7th inning, 5-0 Toronto. In the top of the order, and Lucas, who has doubled and scored, he got their run going in the 3rd when he rattled off 6 consecutive hits and scored 5 times. With a 50-50s going through the roof. Over 101,000.
You called it. This happens. They get into it, get rolling.
Fans buying those tickets, doing it at home too. Thank you so much. RedSox.com/5050 through the end of the 8th inning. You can win half of that jackpot. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Proceeds benefiting the foundation, Red Sox Foundation, and the home base program. So 1 man gone. Here comes Vladdy. He's had a good day with a couple of hits. Loves to swing at Fenway. Getting a lefty here. He'll foul it away for strike 1. Again, both throwing a lot of strikes too. 26 pitches, 20 in the zone.
Yeah, 57 games at Fenway for Vladdy. 50 RBIs. 50 RBI. What?
And some rather long home runs over the years here. That's in for a strike. Red Sox have won 16 of their last 17 games.
Well, they needed to, right, to get back in the mix here before this trade deadline coming up. About a week out.
What will the Red Sox do? At the trade deadline this year, it's 16 out of 17, and back before that, this incredible run has changed everything. 0-2, and he'll take inside.
There's a lot of versatility on their infield, so you feel like there's multiple ways they can go as far as adding a bat in the infield. Whether that's Luis Arraez, Zach Neto, even guys in San Francisco, Matt Chapman, he plays third base. That could get interesting. I know Durbin's played a lot of second base in his life, but do you really want to move him as good as he's been?
Get Trevor Story coming back.
Trevor coming back, but if you get a shortstop, is there a possibility of Trevor playing some second base? There's a lot of options out there based off of who they bring in.
We've been talking about, would the Red Sox be interested in a catcher?
Yeah, Langoliers.
That name has come up. Shea Langoliers. I mean, you're talking about a guy can hit the ball out of the ballpark too.
There's Hunter Goodman in Colorado. I don't know if they'd be willing to move him because he's making league minimum, right? And if you're rebuilding an organization, a big league team, I feel like that's a guy you keep because he's cheap.
Zach Neto, a guy you mentioned, the Angels shortstop. He's going to hit 30 home runs this year.
It's interesting because he can swing for a lot of power. He strikes out a lot. His defense isn't great at short though.
3-2 off the plate. He checked. They do appeal and no swing. So ball 4 to Vladdy. You make a good point too about defense. The Red Sox are looking for, I would assume, looking for power. We talked about it since last fall, but defense, pitching and defense have been the backbone of this club.
That's what's kept them in this. Obviously, the offense has really woken up here over the last month, right? But you see, even with days they're just average offensively, they win ball games.
Ground ball to third. Durbin into second for an out. On to first, and yes, despite a little hitch, double play ball, side retired. 5-0, and Toronto with the lead. They've had that since the 3rd inning. Abreu looking for his first hit. Willier has flied out and struck out today against Dylan Cease, who's been outstanding. He's allowed 1 hit. Boy, that 50-50, you guys are doing an amazing job. Our 50-50 raffle, redsox.com/5050. We're starting to run out of time for you to get involved in that to the bottom of the 8th inning. So if you can, please do. Proceeds benefiting the foundation and home base program. And folks are answering the call.
You'll match that number, right?
I don't remember saying quite the same
I thought
thing.
I read that.
I'm
That's
definitely going to contribute, but like I only have until the bottom of the 8th to do it.
Running out of time.
You're going to get me in a lot of trouble at home. Deb's on the phone going, what did you say? 2-1.
Lou would never.
No, Lou would. It's always Brooksy. It's always Brooksy. Wilson Contreras on deck. And the 2-1 on the right side and dug out by Clement. One away. And Cease has just been in command. Arbella Insurance is the proud presenting sponsor of the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon dedicated to striking out cancer. For every strikeout by a Red Sox pitcher, the Arbella Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund up to $100,000. Wilson on the day trying to figure out Cease. Nobody else has been able to do it really. As our jackpot continues to climb, you can win half of that. And a 1-0 pitch, and that's in for strike. That was that knuckle curve.
Yeah, this guy, Cease, he's just different, man. I mean, his last start was on July 20th against Tampa Bay, 6 innings. He did give up 3 runs, but that start before that on July 8th against San Francisco, where he went into the 9th with that no-hitter in San Francisco, gave it up, but just different. It comes out of his hand different, and we're talking 4 or 5 different pitches that are plus.
Yeah, when he's really good, he is really, really good. Check swing. Well, you start the All-Star game, you're in that league. He certainly is. Red Sox finally got a hit off him in the 6th inning. Monasterio no doubt double. And that's going to miss for ball 4. Red Sox have their 3rd base runner Wilson on with 1 out. Yoshida next. Masataka's fly to center and grounded to 3rd today.
Looking for some traffic, right? Get some multiple runners on so somebody can run into something.
Fly ball right field for Straw. And 2 down. In front of Caleb Durbin. On the day, he has popped up and taken ball 4. Again, a win today for the Red Sox would tie the franchise record of 22 wins in a 25-game span. If they do it today, it'll be some story. Red Sox looking for their 2nd hit. And now a word from Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
And a 1-strike pitch to the Red Sox 3rd baseman. Contreras taken off. Here's the throw down. The tag. He's out. That'll be out number 3. No argument from Wilson. Tracy with a hand up. Now Wilson's walking away and no challenge. That's the 3rd out. Top half of the 8th on a spectacular weather day. Scoreboard hasn't really cooperated. 5-0 Toronto. Springer will lead it off here against Gamboa. Red Sox have been out hit 11-1.
It's got like a September feel to it. Cooled off, no humidity.
Oh, so nice. Tomorrow much of the same from what we're told. Springer was single and a 3-run homer on the afternoon. Hit that in the 3rd inning. It was the key blow, obviously. His 11th of the year. And a 2-0. Time now for Corona Lime Drives.
Going back to George Springer's home run. Really, this one wasn't one of the pitches that Sonny left over the middle of the plate. This one actually got down to the corner, and he just got around it. Just snuck it out of here.
Big cut and a miss on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2. 4, 5, 6 here for Toronto. Varsho on deck. And all these guys did some damage in that third inning. In comes Monasterio to one-handed. And the first out in the 8th inning goes 6-3. Dalton Varsho has a pair of singles today. He's 2 for 3.
Well, Cease is just at 81 pitches, which would explain 0 movement in the bullpen for the Blue Jays.
Well, no advantage here for the pitcher with the shadows moving beyond the pitcher's mound. Line into center field for Cedon. He's got it. 2 down. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Clement now. He's gone 2 for 3. Sonny Gray with the start. Today's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices.
Yeah, not your typical Sonny Gray start, as dominant as he's been this year.
Well, he's been sensational. He came in having won 10 consecutive decisions. Lined into left field by Clement. That's his 3rd hit. Sonny's ERA over his previous 13 starts was 1.94.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been flat out dominant. Even in the previous start when he didn't have his best stuff, he still made adjustments and figured it out. But it was just today, command-wise, just not be able to, 2 strikes, 0-2, 1-2, not be able to finish those breaking balls out of the zone. These guys being in swing mode in those counts, able to get to it.
Well, Sonny, a guy who can typically throw it in a teacup. Fly ball into right, off the bat of Straw, and that'll retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Description: learn more at CBS.com. Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 8th inning against Dylan Cease, who's had a terrific day. He has 1 hit, the Red Sox, here into the 8th. And he's only at 82 pitches. That's nothing for him. He deals the 0-1. Red Sox trying to shake him up. Durbin has gone 0 for 1 with a walk today against the right-hander.
Lewis Varland was down there, not throwing, but moving around, stretching out, but no action on the mound yet down there.
And the 0-2 to Durbin. He put him away at 97. 1 down. Strikeout number 7 for Cease.
We've seen this fastball just almost every inning since about the 3rd just keep climbing up. It was 92 to 94 for the first 3 innings, just conserving energy because he had his slider today. Now as this game goes on, that velo is just sitting at 97.
Here's Duran now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. And can we make one more push here before the end of this half inning? That's all the time we have left for the 50-50 rally. Look at this, the raffle up to 128, 187.
Wow. Went up 20,000 in just over an inning.
You go to redsox.com/50-50 right now. Through the end of this 8th inning, you can win half of that jackpot. Proceeds benefit the Red Sox Foundation and home base program. Thank you so much for being involved today. It means the world. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, it makes a difference. It absolutely does.
Well, the tarps are off here late in the game.
I like it. Whole stadium into it. I like this trend. Better than just like the one section. It's the whole stadium.
1-2 pitch. And that's in there for strike 3. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cease.
He's going to challenge this pitch, but it looked like it might have just got the bottom of the zone. It's close.
Home plate umpire made the call, didn't he? Paul Clemens. On a strike 3, and it is ABS powered by T-Mobile. It is a strikeout. So 2 down in the Red Sox 8th. And we'll send up Monasterio, who has the only Red Sox hit all day, a double, leading off the 6th inning. That is how close Cease has come. Now, 2 starts ago, he took a no-hitter into the 9th inning at San Francisco. In a game he won 10-0. He finally gave up 1 hit. He struck out 11.
Yeah, that was his 8th strikeout. He does have 2 walks, but obviously he hasn't hurt him.
And the 0-1. That'll miss. Set a big slider today. Frankly, he's had everything going.
Yeah, he sure has. He's thrown 30 sliders.
His 91st pitch is outside. Toronto got all 5 of their runs way back in the 3rd inning on a string of 6 consecutive hits, including a 3-run homer by George Springer. Two and two.
Yeah, looking at his body of work from today, his fastball's down about 2.5 miles an hour from average. All of his stuff's down at least 2 miles an hour, yet still pitching, hitting his spots.
Nub foul as Andrew hangs in there. No activity in their bullpen.
Well, you got to think they'll likely send someone else out for the 9th. He threw 115 plus pitches 2 starts ago.
2-2 on the way to Monasterio, and struck him out. He strikes out the side in the 8th. Top of the 9th inning, 5-0 Toronto, and Andres Gimenez will lead things off here for the Blue Jays, who have 12 hits to the Red Sox 1. Now it's been 9 years since the Red Sox were shut out with a complete gamer here at Fenway Park. A long time, 9 years. There's no activity yet in the Toronto bullpen.
Yeah, really, that surprised me. I thought they would have someone else throw the 9th, but no handshakes, no hugs, nothing down there. He's just a workhorse.
Dylan Cease has always been that guy who will throw a lot of pitches if he has to, but he's been spectacular today. Red Sox have run into a buzzsaw. Jimenez has gone 1 for 3 with a single.
I know a lot hasn't gone the Red Sox way today, but just a hat tip to Alec Gamboa, right? Because he comes in, he's going to throw 50 plus pitches, and he's going to save the bullpen for tomorrow and beyond.
He's thrown the ball well. Over his head, Monasterio with a bare hand, and safe at first. Would have been a sensational play. He'll be safe at first with a base hit.
Yeah, nice play. It's one of those do-or-die plays for a shortstop. Just chopper over the mound. This is your only chance. Go at it. Try to barehand it. Get rid of it as quick as you can. Jimenez runs well, so just beats it.
So leadoff man is on. It's 12 hits now for the Blue Jays. Valenzuela the catcher, 229, 8 home runs. A little bit of power here. And the numbers and a swing and bunt up the line. Long letting that roll. Was hoping it would take a turn back into fairground. It did not. Check it, 13 hits now for Toronto. And looking like Cease is going to come back out for the bottom of the ninth. And the 0-1 from Gamboa.
Yes, he's at 94 right now.
One zipped in there for a strike. 96 miles an hour. Nathan Lucas on deck. And a left-hander gets a foul ball. Tampa Bay and Cleveland are underway. They're 0-0 in the first inning at the Trop. Tampa Bay beginning today 2 games ahead of the Yankees, 6.5 in front of the Sox in the division.
Obviously, you'd love to chase down Tampa Bay, but you also like them to beat Cleveland since they're right there next to you in the standings.
Right. Cut on and miss. Good fastball strikes him out. 1 down. Red Sox baseball on NESN. Brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru, and by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Before the game, Red Sox holding a special pregame ceremony to celebrate the incredible work achieved by the home base program with a special tribute honoring adaptive warriors. This includes anyone who served and is living with permanent life-altering injuries they sustained in service to this great country. Throw into second base, not in time. On the double, Lucas with his second 2-base hit today, and Toronto on the move again. Second and third, 1 down.
Lucas, yeah, you said it, 2 doubles today. He does such a good job of just letting the ball get deep and hit it the other way. He's done it a couple times in this series. Came off the bench and swung the bat well yesterday.
That'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has a couple of base hits and a walk on the day. So the Blue Jays threatening to put this thing completely out of reach with the infield in. And a ground ball off the glove, misdirected. It's going to roll into left field. 1 run is in. Jimenez will score. Lucas down to third. Guerrero hit one that caught leather, and he winds up with another hit, his third of the day, to make it 6-0.
Yeah, it's hit hard, but you're thinking that was going right into the glove of Alec Gamboa. Here's a good look at it. Fastball up above the zone, just right off of the webbing. And where that redirects, Monasterio, even with the dive, couldn't get to.
So Okamoto will dig in, looking for his second hit. 14 hits now for Toronto. First and third with 1 down. A home run hitter from Japan with 23. And the 0-1. Special thanks to each and every one of you who donated today in the 50-50 raffle. The total is over $134,000. All proceeds benefiting the foundation and the home base program. Somebody's going to be lucky enough to split that total today as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, a special day here. We have a lot of big days here where, you know, the organization does things for groups in need, and this is one of those that you look forward to every year. They do such a good job with it.
Red Sox Nation comes through every single year. Amazing. 1-2 swung on and missed. Down he goes, Hacken on the slider. 2 down.
Johnny Gomes ran this morning. 44 minutes. Said it wasn't his best time, but he was there.
This guy with a big heart.
Oh, man. He gives back so much to the game, to the city. Yeah, he's a good one.
George Springer has 2 hits today, single and a 3-run homer. He's 2 for 4. Six to nothing Toronto, and we're in the 9th inning. It's a reminder that the Toronto lineup, which has not performed that well this year, but it's a darn good lineup. Got a lot of talented hitters.
Yeah, a lot of guys with experience who've done some big things in their career. Just having some down years to this point.
Yeah, some incredibly so. Of course, they lost Bichette to free agency to the Mets.
He's picked it up here the last month or so. He had a tough start over there.
He was a big part of it last year. Success of the Blue Jays.
I wonder if this guy's going to be on the move. George Springer.
There's been some talk, some rumors about George.
He's in the last year of his deal. I think there's contenders out there that would like to have him in a DH spot, mix in the outfield here and there. He hasn't played much in the outfield this year. Been primarily the DH. He's in that 6-year, $150 million contract. This is the last year of it.
0-2. And in there for strike 3. Toronto grabs another one. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 6-0 Blue Jays.
Really good.
9 strikeouts. He's looking for a complete game. No activity at all in their bullpen. Connor Wong today has struck out and grounded out. Toronto does not have a complete game this season. There have only been 8 of them pitched in the majors this year. 6 are shutouts. 1-1. Wong, Siegler, Rafaela due up in the bottom of the 9th. Wave and a miss on a knuckle curve. 1-2.
It's crazy, right? So often the slider, he throws it and it breaks out of the zone. He gets swing and miss. He showed Wong the pitch before that for a strike, right? And the hitters see it and they take it. They think it's gonna be out of the zone. And the next pitch he shows the other breaking ball, just because.
And a 1-2. Toronto 15 hits. The Red Sox have 1. And Cease has looked every bit the man who started the All-Star game for the American League. And the 2-2 home. Tried to get him to go. He's had a lot of those that have been swings today.
That's a good take. With the shadows moving away, it's a little easier to see the spin now. Cease does have 3 career complete games. The last one was the no-hitter back in 2024.
High fly ball down the left field line, but it is going to be deep into the corner, and that ball is foul.
Well, Connor waited and watched it, and it wasn't really hooking. It was staying right there. Connor thought he got it.
That's the third base umpire's call, and he made the call. And that's Adrian Johnson, who called it foul. Connor Wong to second and stopping there just to make sure.
Foul ball. This is a crew chief review of that decision.
So Chad came out and asked for a crew chief review, which Adrian Johnson is. He's the crew chief. So they're going to take a look at it. And he did take an extended look.
Yeah, I mean, hanging slider, finally a mistake on a breaking ball. Hard to tell there. But that, I mean, with the angle you're looking at that, you think that stayed right over the foul pole.
He's waving it foul. So they take a look in New York on what is ruled a foul ball. Connor Wong not too sure as he stopped at second. See if the Red Sox can get this call reversed by the umpires in the room at the replay operations center.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with, you know, the little offset angle. From here it looked like it stayed true, like it didn't have much hook to it at all. Connor hit it and stood there and waited, and it just never turned. It just stayed right down the line.
It's so hot.
Review, call on the field stands, foul ball.
It's a foul ball. I think that's the toughest angle at Fenway. Anything down that line.
There's just no direct shot to see it.
So Connor coming back to home plate, count of 3 balls, 2 strikes. Red Sox were that close to breaking up a shutout on what was the 100th pitch of the day by Dylan Cease.
I got a little catch going on down in the bullpen right now, just in case.
Cease ready, and the 3-2, and struck him out with that slider. It's number 10 in 4 straight.
Connor had a few words down there for Adrian Johnson. You don't see Connor do that often. Obviously, these guys frustrated today. Cease has had his good stuff. They didn't be able to muster up much offense. There's strike 3 on the last pitch, a slider.
Remember in Cleveland, he also thought he had his first home run of the year.
Yeah.
They reversed that. Long look at the third base umpire and the crew chief. I thought for sure he had it. Siegler is 0 for 3 today with a strikeout last time up. Fastball 98. Cease still feeling pretty good.
Pitch 103, 98 miles an hour. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for him. Last 4 batters.
Varland is starting to move around out there, at least digging at that rubber. Red Sox still speculating over that foul ball home run. 1-2. Cedon on deck. Cedon's made the play of the game. A spectacular double play. You felt at that point, it's going to go to Red Sox way today. 2-2.
Yeah, because that was the top of the 2nd inning. They let it off. George Springer and Varsho let off with singles, and you're like, oh man, here we go. Fly out to left to Jaron, and then that double play in center.
Change up away, 3-2. And Cease with a payout pitch, and he walked him. So Siegler's on.
Get a visit. Yep. They want him to finish it.
Only the 4th base runner all day for the Sox. And Cedon will climb in, looking for his first hit. He has gone 0 for 3 with a couple of ground outs and a pop-up. He starts him with that slider.
Just amazing how many times he throws that slider, and it ends up about 2 inches off the plate. It's like he starts it in the same spot every time, and it's a strike till it gets a couple feet from the plate and it snaps.
0-2. Let's go back to that defensive play if you missed it.
Yeah, this is one of the real good ones. It'll go on the highlight reel for a while, just because of the athletic ability to, one, get to it, lay out and catch it, but then pop up from your knees and throw a strike to Monasterio there at second.
And I made a diving play last night out in right center field, which was a play he makes a lot. This was when things were looking a little bleak at that moment anyway for Sonny Gray. Not that they improved a lot through the rest of the day, but he had allowed a couple of hits at that point. There were 2 base runners when Cedon made that diving play and the double play. You're thinking, okay. Meanwhile, pitch number 111 for Cease. 2-2.
99. He's different. He is different.
You got Abreu on deck. Let's see what happens if he walks him. He walks Cedon. 1 down, 2-2. And he's gone to ball 3.
I think this might have caught the corner, Obi.
And then the challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Yep. And it's going to be strike 3. Number 11. So he's piled them up late in the game, as he often does.
He's at 112 pitches. 118 was his career high, and that was in that July 8th game in San Francisco. He was going for that no-hitter in the 9th.
So Willier climbing in at 0 for 3, struck out, grounded out, flied out today. As he looks at ball 1, runner at first, 2 down, bottom of the 9th inning, 6-0 Toronto. Cease has been the man. And a 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. Off into the stands, 1-1. Well, this guy with his stuff today would have done this to anybody. And he is capable of throwing no-hitters. He's done that. In fact, today, anniversary of his no-hitter from 2 years ago. And now to count 1-2. And you're hearing the Blue Jay fans in the ballpark. 1-2, fouled off. Toronto 1 strike away from tying up the series. And a 1-2 on the way from Dylan Cease. Abreu hanging tough.
Well, he's going to at least tie his career high in pitches.
You could tell last inning he had the look on his face of a man who is dying to throw a complete game. Not that it would be the first, but 1 strike away from doing that. Pitch number 118. 2-2. Tried to entice him with a knuckle curveball.
Yeah, 24 pitches this inning. The coaching staff was really hoping for a quick one because they want to extend them and let them go get this thing.
Could see a little grimace there from Schneider's manager, like, this is a long one. 2-2 to Willier.
Still pumping 98.
Schneider's like, let's end this thing from, his angle.
Most pitchers, the number's around 100. I feel like the number for him is 120, right? Because he's always been that workhorse.
2-2. And in there for strike 3. Tap of the helmet by Willier Abreu. On a changeup. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
It's close. Top of the zone.
Let's see if that ends the game or the Red Sox prolong it. And that is strike 3. So the Red Sox served a cease and desist order today. 6-0 Toronto. He winds up striking out 6 men over the last 2 innings.
Yeah, that was probably his last batter, and he got that strikeout by a 1/4 inch. I mean, he legit had no hit stuff today. Monasterio obviously came through with that double midway through, but it was just one of those days you have to tip your cap. Sonny didn't have his best stuff today. He was missing over the plate a little too much against the middle of this lineup, and there was just nothing going against Cease today.
Yeah, he did have his best stuff today. Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC Lenny and JP will break it all down. Plus you'll hear from Chad Tracy and Sonny Gray. That and more coming up after the break.
Tyron.